Let me explain the issues with gaps in treatment. I received a new client intake call a couple of months ago from a gentleman who said, I think I need to hire an attorney. I was involved in a motor vehicle accident a couple of days prior, and the insurance company doesn't want to pay for my property damage. I'm experiencing lost wages, and I'm starting to experience pain in my neck and back. I said, great. It's very important that you seek treatment right away. What is your plan for treatment? He said, I plan on going tomorrow to my primary care physician and seeking a referral for an orthopedic. I said, okay. I sent him the forms so that I could represent him. Nothing. I don't hear from this guy. He reviews the forms, but he doesn't actually sign them. I don't hear from this guy for 21 days. After 21 days has gone by, he calls me up and he says, I'm ready to move forward. I said, I haven't heard from you for 21 days. What's going on with the case? Where are you treating? Are you treating with an orthopedic at this time? He says, actually, no. I was doing some attorney shopping over the last several days or several weeks, and I've decided that I want to go with you. So now I'll go see my primary care physician tomorrow. And I said, now we have a problem, right? Because he's developed this substantial gap in treatment. There are actually two different kinds of gaps in treatment. There's the gap that develops from the date of the accident forward, right, to the present. So if there's no treatment from the date of the accident forward, there's an issue. There's a second issue if you maybe get initial treatment, like if you go in an ambulance to the emergency room and you get emergency room treatment, but then 21 days or 30 days or 6 weeks, 8 weeks go by and you haven't received any treatment from there, you've developed another gap in treatment. The two big issues with these gaps in treatment are, one, the insurance companies love them because they now have a really great argument that your injuries were not as substantial as we're claiming them to be. If you had severe injuries and you were, in pain and you had all this pain and suffering, then you would have gotten treatment, right? Not necessarily, but it's a winning argument for them most of the time, at least to maybe potentially devalue your claim. The second issue is that North Carolina has a duty to mitigate your damages. So if you are the plaintiff, if you are the one filing the claim, asking for compensation for these injuries, just like every other legal case, you've watched Law and Order, right? You have to have what? Evidence. You have to have evidence to produce that you actually have these injuries that you're claiming. So the one way that we prove injury and damages is with medical records. We prove that you went to the doctor, you complained about these certain injuries, and we now have them documented as evidence. So if you fail to do that, then you haven't mitigated your damages. So in North Carolina, unfortunately, if you fail to mitigate your damages, then you also have another issue. So that's what the big issue with gaps in treatment is. If you fail to get treatment, you are severely devaluing your claim. Some attorneys won't even accept your case, and a lot of times you may actually be forfeiting your case altogether. So if you're in pain, please go to the doctor right away. Don't be a tough guy. Don't say, oh, I'm just going to take off work for 2 weeks, lay in bed, see if my injuries get better, and then, if they don't, I'll go to the doctor. Don't do that. Document your injuries, collect the evidence that you need to successfully file a claim. Or, you may have an injury that needs immediate treatment. You don't really know what the extent of your injuries are after these accidents, right? There's a lot of adrenaline pumping. There's a lot of confusion. Sometimes if you haven't been in an accident before, you don't know what to do or what to expect. So it's important that if you are experiencing pain, you go figure out what's going on. You go to the doctor, you let him tell you, oh, you have a herniated disc, or you have whiplash, or, you have whatever, and give him the opportunity to give you a course of treatment so that you know what to expect, your attorney knows what to expect, and you know potentially what the extent of your damages are.